Hello everyone and welcome back to Total War Rome 2. Today I'm going to be showing off a brief look, well by brief I mean kind of first half hour, of a look into a campaign with the new Caesar in Gaul expansion pack, and obviously being a campaign with the new expansion pack, I will be playing as Caesar because that's what I am personally interested in, although I don't doubt I will be playing as some of the other factions at some point, especially the Arverni, because it'd be cool to play as Vercingetorix, the king of the Gauls. Anyway, Rome it is. Legendary, set the settings. Let's go ahead and go straight in, because yeah, this should be fun. Obviously this is the quests in Gaul, so I think the turn timer marks like 2 weeks instead of the old.
The Gauls. They would rather lie slain in battle than lose the freedom gained by their forefathers. My legions march north. The nights grow long and the wolf grows hungry. Rome demands blood. I will be outnumbered. The valor of my men stretched to breaking. The enemy? Merciless. The Senate expects defeat. Yet the goddess Fortuna favors the bold.
That looks like an awesome fight.
Be divided, scattered, conquered. I will trade their blood for power.
So this looks rather fun, I have to admit.
As I cross Transalpine,
Okay.
my course of action is clear. The Helvetii must be stopped before they can migrate into Greater Gaul. Their Sequani allies do not concern me, beset as they are by Suebi forces, although the Germans could become a serious threat if allowed to cross the Rhine en masse. By befriending us, tribes such as the Aedui have drawn the ire of their fellow Gauls. For their own safety, they will submit utterly to Roman protection, as did the Vocontii before them. I will seize our mutual enemies' territories and resources, for the good of Rome and her allies, of course. And by my hand, Gaul will be subdued.
Okay, off you pop. Right, objective issued, all of Gaul is divided, we need to completely control 3 provinces. Fair enough. Right, so this is me, the first legion within Gaul straight away. Okay, so it's telling me I need to keep back the her whatever they're called, advance into Gaul, the Helvetii, so their migrations. We need to stop them. So I guess I should probably think about coming along here and taking out Octoduron, the Helvetii capital. So that should be interesting. Let's go to diplomacy, see who and what's going on. Aedui. We have a treaty with them. Oh, what's our treaty? What treaties do we have? I can't even tell what treaties we have with them. Let's have a look.
Greetings, friend. I've called for good ale to ease your throat and, ripe women to ease other parts.
So they don't like us that much if we've already got a non-aggression pact and military access. What about... we can't get a trade agreement. How about... So they're not up for any of that, that's fair enough. They should submit utterly to us though, the fools. Massalia, we're pretty friendly with you. Hello.
Guest.
How about a... No defensive alliance.
How
about a military alliance? No, you're not too fussed about any of that. Okay, well that's not going to happen. So we've got the other tribes to the north, the ones I think I'm personally worried about. Ah, hello, my client state, the Vocontii. Cool, so they're a client state.
Greetings.
Let's get a try. you're not going to trade with me, even though we're your leaders. You like honest, manly stuff. Okay, whatever. Allobroges. So basically, I need to come into Helvetii and take out the Helvetii, really, and expand to the north, because I've got the 2 Roman settlements here, so I'm hoping... Okay, so these guys are going to be the ones that are going to be giving me my troops. So this is Genua and Palencia, so it's these lands here. This is probably going to be where I'm recruiting another legion. So first off, in Palencia, let's go ahead and get that, and let's turn you into... I guess we'll turn you into a quarry. So people aren't too unhappy. That's +2 public order, +4 growth. Fountains is pretty good. I'm going to get the influence spread as well. And for this one... Oh, can't afford anything. That was silly. I think we're going to have to get the Field of Mars, so we can actually recruit some guys in this area. And we'll turn... Oh wait, no, if this is going to be the recruiting area, then we won't do it here, we'll do it up there. So we'll turn this place into, I guess, some more fields? No, we'll get the building one. Velurum. I don't think I can afford another place. Oh no, we can. In which case I think I'm going to do this, going to get consecrated ground to keep people happy. Right, so that's some buildings to begin with. Let's send you up, and we'll have a look at the Helvetii from below. Doesn't look like I can see any armies there, so I think it's time to start marching this army around. So I'll march them the majority of the way around. And oh, I see an army already. So this first little legion, I've got some Celtic warriors. So it looks like I've got a core bunch of legionaries, but with some auxiliaries on top of them. But I don't have any of the rest. So I think I can actually recruit. If it was within their territory, I can recruit their soldiers. But I'm not going to do that to begin with. Let's have a quick... Okay. So I'm just going to keep following them in, I think. I don't even know where they... I think they must have gone up there. And I've not seen them now. Well, in which case, let's keep moving. We'll come into range of the city next turn and we'll take it. Right, in which case, I think that's it for now, apart from getting this technology. Now, the technology tree is changed. You got kind of like, you got infrastructure, culture, military, then support for Caesar, support for Crassus, support for Pompey. So these are all going to kind of give things. I need that manipular barracks. We need that pretty quickly, I think. So what I'm going to try and do... I like how this is development. These are all military things, so I don't really want auxiliary. I want this place here. So that costs 2,000 though. Wow. I can't do it though. I think we just need to do it when we got that. So first turn, I guess we just do this. Get those two researched, and then when we save up, we'll get the manipular barracks. So we can recruit some actual legionaries, because we don't think we can get that here. No, that's all auxiliaries. So we want the legionaries. I want those units. I want my legionaries to be able to take out the rest of the enemy. Anyway, end turn time, because there's not really much else to do. Unseasonal conditions, bunch of stuff. Yes, obviously we now have the seasons, because oh yes, I forgot that these guys have an edict, because this is a full province. So Romanization, plus 5% tax rate, plus 10% wealth from all commerce. We'll do that. And you guys, you can also do that. I guess we're going to Romanize them. Although I think they're pretty much already Romanized. How do I check this? Indifferent. Latin, Celtic, and kind of Latin's winning. I think. Let's have a wee look and see if they're the same. Yeah, so they're pretty much fully the same. Right, end turn. Once that becomes pretty much full Latin, we can then think about doing that.
We will make your homes a wasteland, despoil your women,
that's nice.
enslave your children, and desecrate your ancestors' graves.
Oops. Right, so we're at war with them then. That's not very fair. My headset went all weird. Okay, so we can't do much about that other than crush them. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is take the capital of Octreon, completely bypassing their immediate army. So we have a ballista and an onager, so I think I'm just going to go straight in and fight this. Seeing as they don't have any decent units at all, they're all just like farmers with some skirmishers. So I've got my legionaries and some actual swordsmen to take them on. So I think we should be okay. Although my skirmishers are very low, I'm gonna have to use my cavalry to mop up the skirmishers if I can. It'll be interesting to see if this has a wall or not. I don't want to attack in the fog. I'll attack in the dry if that's okay. So with seasons, this is going to be interesting. Anyway, we've got a bunch of ladders. So and we yes, of course it's a wall because it made me pick ladders. I don't want to attack here. I want to attack from the front over here, I think. So I'm going to set up my onager. Oh, go away. So I'm going to set up my ballista and my onager here. And they're going to be kind of explosive round for them. Although actually, I think I'm going to use normal rocks when I'm destroying things. Let's get my skirmishers out in the ready to go into the front. I think we're going to use a couple siege engines over here and a couple. Yeah, I'm going to use 4 siege engines here so we can smack straight into that wall up there. So that's my Celtic warriors ready. Then I've got these guys ready to smash through the door in the front here. Where's Caesar? Caesar himself. Let's sit you behind. I wonder how they've modelled Caesar. Let's have a look actually. Come here. Where are you? I love the detail of these. Okay, Caesar, you actually look like Caesar. That's awesome. So, there we go. Legatus. Julius Caesar. He can't do anything apart from just having his presence, which I guess is going to give recharge rate. That's okay. Right. In which case, let's get the cavalry ready as well. So let's get these guys as 1, these fellows as 2, skirmishers as 3, cavalry as 4. Right, I am ready. Let's get these guys as 5 just so I can switch fire at will on and off. Anyway, start battle. I think I'm going to smash that tower with them, smash that gate with them. And let's get my skirmishers out front, followed by my infantry, so they're ready to attack the enemies. Now these guys, I think I'm just going to wait for a wee bit, because I want to take out these towers so I don't get damage from the towers before I do anything else. So these are the Celtic skirmishers. This is pretty cool. Working for Rome. And there we go. There's some of the balls hitting the enemy. So straight away I've got some damage to the overall gatehouse with my siege weapons. Nicely done. What I want to try and do is take out all of these towers, as many of these towers as I can. Try and force their hand, especially this one here. I think, that one hardly did any damage. Hello, we have some enemy skirmishers here, so they'll probably be able to attack my friendly units, unfortunately. So when they come up with the ladders, we're gonna have to watch out for that. Even more of them over here. So I want to force them to not be able to do that. So I think if I'm going to do that, I'll have to do some. I think they're just going to miss every time. That's terrible. Wow. Okay. Right. And onagers, let's just get you to attack the wall instead. Like that's shockingly bad. How inaccurate they are. Whereas the ballista is increasingly accurate. These will hit though. There we go. Smack. Smack. I think the onager has a hell of a lot more ammunition though. Whereas the ballista is a much more impressive and powerful weapon. And here we come, a few more damages. Smack, 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 smack. So it's good to start seeing that wearing down, so I definitely have a route in. I think I've taken some damage these guys as well. Nope. Actually hit the tower like I was hoping it would. Yeah, and that wall is starting to be destroyed as well. So I think what I'm actually going to end up doing is taking a couple off and putting them to charge up the wall. Possibly. Yes, because they'll move a lot slower with the ladders. So what I'm going to do is take them off that and get them out front, ready to discharge. So you guys, we may as well get you to just withdraw. Oh, go away. I definitely turned advice off, but apparently it's just not registering that. Right, let's get you right up to the front. Let's get the riders up, because if there's a hole in the wall, they'll be able to just charge straight up. And I can only see Celtic slingers here. So if I can wreck the Celtic slingers, which they fell off the wall, that's awesome. I should be able to just smack into these guys, not have to worry about like spearmen and stuff. And cavalry are awesome against infantry. So, right, you lot, let's get you to break that wall as well. Although did they not? They didn't break that one. Let's get you to destroy the gatehouse so we can get in there. Right, let's get the skirmishers up and ready to start skirmishing with the enemy here. Let's get you up here. Off you up. Come on. In you go. Right, let's do some more damage here. Move it more. 1980. Like a couple more hits. These guys are gonna see some rather painful ending in the next volley. Or not, because it's gonna miss. I'm going to be very, very unhappy if we don't quite get there. And it's looking increasingly like we're not going to, because of the ammunition left, etc. So I guess straight away I'm gonna turn these guys around, get them ready for the attack. The reason I moved them in column along here was so that one side of the line didn't move along the front of the enemy and end up getting hit. So these guys are, their engagement range is up to here. We can see the tower's engagement range ends there. So I'm going to have to move them within the tower's radius if I'm not careful. Hello. The gate is destroyed, so we can get my men straight up there if I wanted to. So, that's what we're going to do. Get them into an attacking testudo. And then we're just going to charge straight at these skirmishers, get inside and attack the enemy. These guys, I guess you've used all your... So let's fire the rest of it and then get you out to the battlefield. You two, let's get you in an attacking testudo as well. And get you to get ready to get straight up the middle. And we'll just get you guys behind them, ready to charge in. Well, I think I'm tempted to just send these guys straight up the middle. Right, let's move you in, start taking some of the damage as skirmishers. And send the rest of the army basically just through you. There we go. In you go. Okay. In you go. So I'm sending two to just attack straight away. I definitely told you to do an attacking testudo. But maybe they can only walk if they're doing that. So I should now have the testudo being a bit more testudo-like. That's what they had in the patch that was meant to come out with this. Was that they increased just the general blocking. So instead of increasing the armor, they increased the... So if you look at that, they only damaged a few of them. So it should have done quite nicely, although I've lost a lot. You know, I'm just going to charge these guys in. You guys, get inside. Let's get out of that and get inside. There we go. Let's get my general over. So that obviously doesn't work. So what I'm going to do is just get my infantry to come up here. Get straight at the enemy. Get these guys to come in here. I'm actually going to get my cavalry to charge straight in. we can get these guys to come up here and go that way. These guys, same. We can hold off any spearmen that are going to come from that side. And I can use my cavalry here to smack straight into this lot. There we go. So I've taken quite a lot of damage here. Let's attack these troops. Looks like we've got some infantry coming off the wall there, but I should be able to just completely crush them with my legionaries, who are just going to be completely and utterly destroying them. Even more swordsmen coming in. I'm going to use these guys to block off this route down here. So the only way the enemy can get to me is by coming down here. So my cavalry here is completely and utterly destroying those skirmishers. So what I'm going to do with this guy, this lot, we're going to move them over here to block off this route. While I finish off the rest of them with these horsemen here. So that should work fine. Anyway, it looks to be that we've cleared most of these up, so I'm going to then bring these guys up here as well. Send this lot to attack them, and bring this lot up as well. So we should be able to completely and utterly crush these. Celtic short swords, that's a new unit. Here we go. Short swords. That looks to be kind of like a German replica unit where they use the short swords in melee, so they should be better in theory in melee than the other troops that they sort of have. Anywho, it's time to come around from behind. So the first thing I'm going to do is send these fellows over to capture the gate. There. And send the rest of these troops over here to start getting ready for them. The cavalry behind them. I think I'm taking this far too slowly. Bring the general right up to the top. We've taken that gate, so we can do that. And here, it's time to charge straight in. So I'm going to bring my infantry in here. So we're going to win this, I think, rather nicely. Oh, they've crawled around the back, so I'm going to charge my secondary unit in. Don't throw your javelins. Now what I'm going to do is send this lot to the side if I can, and have them come through this house. So, because these guys are going to get a bonus from coming around from the flank. So once I've done that, I'm going to hit them and crush that resistance. Bring this legionary force up to become the reserve, and bring my general up to, well, I just guess to use his presence ability. Not that it's going to do much at this point. Right, you guys, I want you to try and push through and take out that general unit. Come on, you do that. Take out that general unit if you can. Right, well, this lot, I want you to push in. Take out the tribesmen. And you've taken quite some damage from taking that place, but we can send you in as well. Send the cavalry up behind. And my skirmishers, I guess we can bring them in, but there's not much point. I think I'm just going to send them up to here. So if they want to, they can kind of throw their missiles up at the wall up here. So I've got some more Celtic tribesmen coming up here, so I'm just going to send my infantry in a full-on assault, if you will. So what's going to happen, I think, is a lot of my men are just going to start overrunning the enemy. So I think what I'm going to do is send this lot to attack these guys in the rear, and send my cavalry up to have a wee look and capture this kind of central location. So one of them I'm going to send up here, and the other two I'm going to send straight into the middle. So we've captured it. But yeah, so we should have some infantry coming in here. Oh, and that's just one, which is nice. I think I went far too slow and lost too many things. I didn't want to end up messing about on my first battle. It's what you get from playing games like Combat Mission. You get very slow, and tactical. Right, trait gained. Well, I think I'm going to. What does subjugate mean? Client state. They become a client state if we don't do that. Loot. I'm just going to occupy this one, I think. increase in rank. Julius Caesar, cool. Imperium, there we go. So that's nice. We're getting much better. Now let's switch this over to, let's knock it down. I don't really need the Field of Mars there. Suburbia, change you over to, can't do that yet, fair enough. And this town is going to keep it being fine like that. We can actually recruit some, no we can't recruit anything, fair enough. But we can increase our general, so we want Julius Caesar to be a commander. Now we have our spy. I'm going to send our spy up here. We can see about sabotaging the enemies. So they're weakened, so they're not going to be as strong when they try and attack us. You can't quite get there. That's fair enough. So I think yes, that's enough. Herding grounds, yeah, a bunch of other things. Yeah, and there's nothing else I can do. I don't have the money, don't have the research. Faction encountered, the sway by, settlement captured, war declared, edict issued, edict issued. So, end turn, and we shall think that's a, unless there's anything that comes up in this end turn phase. Yep, there's not, okay. Well, that's a good time to end this video to begin with part 1. So we built the 2 buildings, we've got our populace in Helvetia appears pretty troubled, and war declared between 2 other tribes. So things are looking pretty good. Already, I mean, like, if we look at how quick, I don't think this campaign is going to take quite as long, because if you look at this, we already have quite a large area of land in the southeast here, and this is the whole map, because it's a much more detailed look at Gaul. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you tune in for part 2. Toodle pip.